Voilà.
And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing. Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back. Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
Alors, indiquer la cause principale du décès.
That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
D'accord. En vérité, il a tellement bu, il s'est mis sur le dos. Le problème, c'est que sa nourriture, elle est remontée dans sa gorge et il s'est étouffé. Asphyxie, étouffant. Le défunt s'est sûrement endormi ou évanoui après avoir bu une grande quantité d'alcool. La concentration de celle-là a supprimé les signaux dans le cerveau contrôlant les réflexes nauséeux, provoquant l'étouffement.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature.
Pas si on peut... Ouais, non, c'est un accident. Fini. Hop.
The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end.
Bon,
First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
Le rapport est signé.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Alors, refermer le corps.
And then, we sew the deceased back up. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Ah, c'est le centre qui...
Beautiful.
Voilà. Et c'est le corps.
Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Donc là, on dit au revoir au corps et puis hop, il va aller directement dans la chambre froide.
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Rejoindre votre voiture sur le parking.
It's been a while since the eye wash in this thing was changed. It's probably a health hazard now. I'll call Stephen. I don't feel like trucking along today.
On y va. Ok. À mon avis, c'est un cauchemar. Hein. J'essaie de, avec la souris de bouger. Mais... Alors, on va charger. On va voir si on a faire. Alors, chapitre 1. Donc là, c'était le prologue, c'était l'explication. Maintenant, on va être vraiment sur le chapitre.
Forgive me. What? Christ. What a dream. Ah, fuck.
Alors, prendre les cachets dans la salle de bain. Oui, on prend souvent des cachets.
So much light everywhere.
Ah bah voilà.
A pill a day keeps the defective Jack away.
C'est mon quotidien.
It's a shame these won't help with my hangover. It's just too dirty to use. The fucking phone. Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since... you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask. Do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay, sure. Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you.
Ok. C'est une longue discussion.
Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
C'est là. Alors.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam. It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long. These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice. That was the first time I saw her.
Hey.
She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck. Till death do us part. I wasn't able to support her through this.
Ok, donc là je vais devoir trouver une enveloppe pour pouvoir envoyer. Une enveloppe.
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer. Okay, time to go to work. I'm seriously late.
L'enveloppe c'est bon. Et la lettre dans la boîte aux lettres. Je dois repartir, c'est ça?
I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way. Oh shit. Almost left the door open. These fluorescent tubes are brutal.
Et... Ah, bah si. Par contre, on va pas courir, on va juste marcher. Non, hop.
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay. All done here. Time to go. Huh?
Dans la voiture pour le travail. Ah.
Damn, I forgot my jacket. Ah, well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad.
Ok.
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here. Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
The timesheet, Hammond.
Ah bah ouais.
Some corpses have more personality than this guy.
Quand je suis dans le couloir, en fait, c'est bien.
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine.
La porte, la fenêtre, on sait. Regardez au niveau du répondeur.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... This, I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course.
Okay.
I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet.
On va examiner. Oh, on va laisser dans le couloir avant. Non. Voir s'il a. Oh. Voilà. Ah, j'ai accès à une nouvelle salle là. Ok. Alors, pas de dossier. Le film. On avait un dans le bureau, j'ai pas fait. Ah oui, il était là.
Birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
On le tablier dans la salle d'autopsie. Et...
Ah, man.
Oh.
I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again? I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. And that's the whole point. Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police folder.
Alors, le dossier de police, qu'est-ce qu'il dit?
Ah, yes, Samantha Barker. Now I remember, there's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this.
Vraiment.
Found in her own apartment by police patrol. officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Parker for several days. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high profile. After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment.
Ok. Oui.
When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol, had mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy. Well, let's see what's settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body.
Alors, prendre les photos. Et l'appareil photo. Alors, on va essayer de trouver. Ah non, c'est prendre une photo globale, ouais.
And now, any suspicious looking marks or wounds.
Et donc là, maintenant, on va regarder toutes les blessures. Je pense que dans le cou, il y a quelque chose là. Ouais.
Interesting.
Intéressant.
Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Il est étranglé, non? Là, pareil.
You don't get such bruises from a normal contusion.
Donc j'ai 5 preuves à trouver.
Yes, I've seen this many times.
Oh.
Well, there's even more here.
Il me manque une photo. Voilà. Voilà, c'est pas l'hémorragie.
A few we will need to look into here.
On va devoir examiner ça de plus près. Épingler les photos sur le tableau. Hop, 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 hop. On a toutes les photos sur le tableau. Et on va commencer au niveau d'autopsie.
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look.
Ok. Donc là, Samantha Barker, c'est ça? Hop. Shift. 28 ans, féminin, 21 novembre 91, 18 à 28, poids 40 kg, 1m15 entre le 13 et le 18 novembre. L'heure probable du décès. Habillé. Alors, examiner les zones d'intérêt. Donc on va le faire à la loupe. Hein. Loupe. Examiner.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was...
Si quelqu'un y avait eu à visiter. Comme si moi j'ai l'impression qu'il y a quelqu'un qui a essayé.
The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
Poisonnement.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues.
Okay. La main.
And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue. More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down.
Ok, donc là on a examiné. Indiquer les blessures trouvées sur le... Alors, on a une blessure là.
On the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death. Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result. In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions. Currently, it's difficult to say, although it's easier to have abrasions in your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggests that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning.
Pas pendaison. Ah, ok, d'accord. Plusieurs hématomes et blessures sûrement liées à une... Bloc sur les mains, empoisonnement, eau... Ah, ça c'est un médicament. Partie inférieure de l'abdomen couvert là. Nombreuses cloques remplies de fluide empoisonné au... Donc là, il soupçonne soit une pendaison, soit un empoisonnement par un médicament, déjà.
A severed
Un
spinal
suicide,
cord,
voilà.
trauma to the larynx,
Pendaison.
or examination with
Une
a UV
intention
lamp
d'un
will
tiers,
dispel
donc
some
quelqu'un
doubts.
qui
Potential
aurait voulu faire
attackers
quelque
could...
chose.
I'll add
Une
barbiturates to the
overdose
list
de
of necessary
médicaments.
tests. After examining the organ to
Voilà.
be checked
Là,
in
les
the lab
trois
later.
derniers, c'est
Given the
overdose de
testimony of the
médicaments.
victim's friend,
Ici, il
I
soupçonne
add
quelqu'un.
alcohol poisoning
Et
to the
ici,
list of
il
potential
soupçonne un
causes of
suicide.
Miss Barker's
D'accord.
death. A blood test will
Commencez par
no doubt
examiner
quickly
les
verify that
Ah,
hypothesis.
faut pas
But
l'empuver.
first I'll check for external traces.
L'empuver,
For this we
l'empuver.
use the good old UV lamp. I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty. Legs, there's nothing here. Right hand clean.
Un droit RAS.
The left hand seems to be fine. No marks.
On voit qu'ici, il n'y a pas grand-chose, mais ici, ouais.
Here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand.
Ok. Ah, je dois aller faire la vérité pour savoir
And we
en
check
combien
for
de temps
rigor
elle est décédée.
mortis. Again, the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one. So, I'm starting the internal inspection.
Donc la date écrite là-dessus correspond entre le 13 et le 18 novembre. Ça correspond. Alors, sélectionnez le scalpel. Alors, chaque fois que vous appuyez sur le bouton, le scalpel.
I dissect the skin of the deceased. And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue. Now for the ribs.
On prend la pince pour les
What
côtes.
do we have here? Or rather, what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much. My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. All done. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge. What was it?
Ah, il faut que je refais le
70,
carnet, il faut que je vais récupérer le carnet.
75?
Chaque fois, il faut que je récupère le carnet.
I'll need my notebook. Numbers have never been my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm lucky Alice always forgave me.
Alors, hop. On va mettre le sang. 3. Et on va regarder sur la note. 15 minutes 70, c'est pour vérifier pour l'alcool. Pareil que tout à l'heure. C'est à 10, 15 secondes, 20 minutes. 15. Et on l'active.
I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out. The laboratory is already open, so...
Chaque fois que j'utilise ça, c'est...
Fucking hell!
Le bordel avec la lumière.
Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it.
Je
I'll
vais
do
dans
it
la réserve.
myself. I swear there was a flashlight in here.
Oh, ok. Alors, où est la réserve? Je crois que c'est tout au fond. Ici.
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway. First the right, and then the left. Your other right, Jack.
Okay. Oh.
Your other right, Jack. And
Ok, c'est
voila.
droite et gauche à place de gauche et droite. Ok.
What? What the? Oh, for
Comment ça
fuck's
ferme la porte?
sake. Can't I work in peace? Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge strip the fuses again?
Yeah, eventually everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so you best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew. How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Il
Holy
faut
fuck.
faire l'autopsie
Jack,
avant
turn
demain
on the
matin
radio.
parce que sinon les journalistes vont s'en
What's
mêler.
happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
D'accord.
What? Was? Stephen. Was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. You want me on site?
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck.
Ça va être
Calm
chaud.
down, Jack. Pills. I need my pills.
Faut me cacher.
You heard him, Jack. A serious accident. Lots of victims. He's definitely dead. Yes. Nothing's going to happen.
Ça va bien se passer.
Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Alors, récupérer résistance. Donc là, on reprend notre autopsie.
What?
Ouais, dans cette porte, oui.
Technical
le corps
break.
est encore là.
At least I know I can pursue a career as a
Jamais.
janitor of my own, but ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy. My own, but fucking hell!
Merci beaucoup d'avoir regardé cette vidéo-là. Donc, n'hésitez pas à cliquer sur abonnez-vous et cliquez aussi sur la petite cloche pour avoir les prochaines notifications. Donc, si vous aimez cette chaîne, vous aurez 2 vidéos à votre disponibilité, soit la vidéo de droite, soit la vidéo de gauche. Mais si vous aimez vraiment la chaîne, il y en a énormément et il y a beaucoup de vidéos. Donc, n'hésitez pas à continuer à regarder cette chaîne. Je vous remercie. Bonne journée.